Welcome to Exploring D-Rob. Let's go. Good morning, welcome back. Up in the red again today. As you can see, we're here at Oxford Ridge Trailhead. We're going to check out Star Gap Arch and Jailhouse Rock. Let's go. Catching the tail end of peak color, but first opportunity I've had to get up to the red. Head out this way anyway. It is early on a Friday morning. More than likely by the time we get out of here, the parking lot will be packed. But as I mentioned, I'm gonna head out and check out Star Gap Arch first. Photograph it. Hopefully there's still some decent color around it. I'll link my Star Gap video in the description if you wanna check out a little more detailed trip to Star Gap Arch. But then after that, I'm gonna go check out a really nice overlook out here called Jailhouse Rock. So far out through here along the road, even with as windy as it's been and as windy as it is this morning, there's still a lot of leaves on the trees. So, as you can see down through there, still some yellows and oranges. A lot of the hardwoods are showing their colors now. Oaks and hickories. Most of the maples is what's making all the color on the ground. So, hopefully we can come away with some decent images today. Coming up on our turn for Star Gap here. A little more exposed here on this little knoll on the ridge. As you can see, the leaves are a little thinner in the trees. A lot of nice carpet though. Working our way out towards Star Gap Arch now. A lot of red maple leaves all along the way out through here on the ground. As you can see, a lot of trees left on this hillside here is bare. Still a little yellow down in the valley though. Here she is, Star Gap Arch. Luckily, nobody here. Looks like we got it to ourselves. Not much in the way of color to the west there, but looking back through the arch facing to the east, looks like we still got a few pops of red there and some yellows. So go ahead and get the camera out, see what I'm coming away with. Another look back through the arch from the far side. A lot of nice color over through there. Standing inside the arch, looking on out double arch trail. The next ridge, which goes right out through here, is where we'll be going next. That ridge leads out to Jailhouse Rock. Right there in that area where you see a little rock outcrop at, there's a campsite right above that. And that rock outcrop there is actually the first overlook off of that trail. Got several images here at Star Gap Arch. I feel like this is pretty much peak color for Star Gap Arch. Still got a few reds around, plus all your hardwoods down in the valley there's already got some color, so I feel like this is about peak for Star Gap. Good decisions was made. Glad I came here today. But even though I could spend all day here probably, because Star Gap's one of my favorite arches, we got some other stuff we're gonna go see, so let's head on out of here and go check out Jailhouse Rock. I'm gonna go ahead and make pretty good time back out of here. Double back the way we came in to the gravel road section of Double Arch Trail. Head on out here to, I don't remember if it's about half a mile or what. But it's the next ridge past the turn for Star Gap Arch. So whenever we get out there, you'll be familiar with it when I show it to you. Not very far on out the gravel road section, you'll see this log down. And just past that, you'll see some cut off posts. And one that says closed to vehicles. And you can make out a little user trail cutting out through here. This is the next ridge that I mentioned, past the turn for Star Gap. This will take us out to Jailhouse Rock. 3 or 4 other little overlooks along the way. I said it was maybe half a mile earlier between trail out to Star Gap and turn off for Jailhouse Rock Trail here. I'd say it's more like a quarter mile, maybe 3/10. Not very far. As I mentioned, it's the next ridge, so can't really make a wrong turn, because this is the next ridge. There's nothing between. Anyway, enough of me blabbing. Go up here and check out this first overlook. You'll go up on a small area here where you can set up camp. Enough for a few people. I guess this is technically the first campsite. We'll through just a little bit further to the next campsite. That's where we'll find the first overlook at. That trail opens up. As you can see, pretty large campsite here. The trail continues straight on out through there. First, let's head over through the campsite towards the ridge. I think this one here's one I'm wanting. Go down here and check out the Star Gap Arch overlook. scramble on down there a little further, get a little less unobstructed view. But if you look across there, there's Star Gap Arch where he's just at. A lot of nice color between there and here. A lot of yellows, looks like. Anyway, this is the Star Gap Arch overlook. Let's continue to make our way on out towards Jailhouse. Some really nice colors here around this campsite. As I mentioned, trail pretty much cuts straight across through this campsite, or just along the right side. Continues on out the ridge. There is a couple little scrambles out through here, but nothing too crazy. Got this first little bit of a drop off. See if I can do this in video at the same time. And that answer would be no. My thumb hit the power button about as soon as I started down there. It's about a chest high little scramble down there. Nothing too bad. Let's head on down that way. For those a little unsure about off-trail hiking or ain't real confident in your navigation skills, once you get headed out through here, it's just a single track trail out the ridge top. So user trail's easy to follow. Coming up on the second campsite. Once again, another nice sized campsite. Trail continues around the lower side, straight across there. We got a fire ring here. This campsite also has a little overlook off of it. Follow this little trail here towards the ridge end. Not sure how well it comes across on video. Very windy today. Will not fare well for the leaves. Per usual, ridge top, plenty of mountain laurel. Nice little overlook here, definitely worth coming and checking out. Once again, looking back over to the left, there's Star Gap Arch once again. And look down over Star Gap Branch. This is Star Gap Branch Overlook 2. Well, I mentioned Star Gap. I didn't mention one of the other features we can see from here. Over there's Cruise Liner Rock. Really nice little overlook here. Be a great spot to catch a sunset. Alright, back up to the campsite. Head over to the left here. Continue on out the trail. It'll start downhill here. This is where we'll come down to a little bit bigger scramble down here. Once again though, nothing too crazy. This one is overhead high though. Just take your time. It's sandstone, so it's easy to navigate there. Right, here's where we head down. A little scramble I was talking about. A little over 6 feet from here to that rock there. And it goes on down a little bit more, and you get below that tree there. You can't really see that drop off yet, but that's another probably 5 foot drop. Forgot to bring my little small tripod, so I ain't gonna be able to carry the phone down. And here's the lower little drop that I mentioned. That's about chest height. Got a few tree roots and stuff up through there. There's that first little scramble I was at the top of. That's roughly 6.5, 7 feet. Not too bad. There's some footholds and stuff. Pretty easy to get down, really. If you have to, just sit down and work your way down. It's probably the easiest way to hold your weight back so you don't come down through here too fast. And anyway, we'll head on down through here. This comes down to a little saddle in the ridge. If you're familiar with Topo maps, you can probably pick this little area out on the map really easy. Some nice color here across this saddle. Far as much elevation as you lose over there coming down to the saddle, you get it back on this side of the saddle. A few little rock scrambles. You can zigzag up through here. Not really as much of a scramble as the other side. Pretty easy to get up through here. Anyway, work your way up on this rock. Then we're back to walking out the ridge. Next little campsite you come to, a little further out. Not near as big. A few people still set up here. This is pretty much right in the middle of the trail, this one is, so keep that in mind if you decide to camp here. Right after the last campsite there, especially the winter or fall, as the leaves start to fall off the tree, you can start to see Jailhouse Rock as you approach out through here. You'll make a little uphill just before you get to the turn to Jailhouse Rock. Out there's where Jailhouse Rock will be. Got this one small little campsite area. One, maybe two people. Hammocks would probably be easier than tents at this one. But we do have another overlook off this campsite. Cut downhill to the left here. It's west facing as well. Go down here and check out this little overlook. Had to catch my breath there for a minute after coming up that hill. Anyway, just want to follow this little ridge tip over here. You don't really know where to get lost at here. Comes out to a little small rock outcrop. As I mentioned, west facing, so good sunset spot. Got this nice little boulder here. Make for a great seat to just sit and watch the sunset. Another nice look down over Star Gap Branch. Once again, you see cruise liner across through there, a little different angle from here, more straight on. If you're familiar with Skyview Arch, it'll be over in here to the left. I think I may get the camera out and take a few shots of this overlook. Got some nice color here. See what I come away with. I think I got a couple decent images. Here's one last look from Star Gap Branch, Overlook 3. Back up to the little ridge top here. You'll know you're going the right way if you see this property marker. Whenever you get to this one, Little user trail goes out to the left out through there. For whatever reason, there's a little stretch of ridge top there that's private property. Don't really know why, how it came to be that way. But anyway, there is a couple small overlooks out through there. Nothing really worth going to see, but if you want to venture out through there, there is a couple small overlooks. Anyway, whenever you reach this property marker, you want to make a right, head out this little ridge end. Once you get down here to the end of it, that's where we'll find Jailhouse Rock. Once again, ridge top, so expect some greenbrier and mountain laurel as you head down through here. As you get down closer to Jailhouse Rock, you'll notice it kind of opens up. With some small trees down through here. As you get down here right to Jailhouse Rock, very narrow walkway across here. As you look down to the left, pretty substantial drop off there. And to the right, another pretty substantial drop off. Definitely going to be hurt if you fall off either side there. So just watch your step. Step on out here. Looks like somebody's been having a fire out here. Made them a little makeshift seat. Get a little view up through here to the north, looking down over towards Indian Creek. If you look down there, you can see the road that leads out towards Indian Creek. Down here to the right this time of year, you see a little section of the river there. Head back over this viewpoint here. Got some nice color right here below us. Once again, there's the river. Road out past Indian Creek. If we zoom in here, over top of the river out through there, there's a very familiar subject, one of the icons of Red River Gorge. That's Jailhouse Rock. Just to the right of that, get some looks across that Oxyar Ridge. If you look right there, you see Haystack Rock. Can't see it from here, but here is the observatory that's on top of Double Arch. So Double Arch would be just to the right here in amongst those trees. Can't see Double Arch from here, but that's where it's at. Looking back a little closer here to the right, that's one of the overlooks off of Rocky Branch. Really nice overlook. There's a campsite or two out that little ridge there. That's the ridge that goes straight on out the end of where the gravel road ends at. Good sunset location. Here we are zoomed out. Got some nice color here below us. Back over towards the Rocky Branch overlook though. Got a lot of browns down in there already. Alright, enough of me blabbing. Get the camera out, see if I can get a few shots in. After being here a minute, I think whenever I first walked up here, said that was up towards Indian Creek. That's actually towards the south end of Hatton Ridge. Just on the other side of that hill there would be Spas Creek. Here's the Red River flowing around. And if you look across through there, See house and barns. Just to the left of that would be where you turn on to Indian Creek Road. So Indian Creek's more up through here. Step back over here to the main viewpoint. Just watch here. Don't get too close to the edge. You're exposed to about a, I'm saying that's neighborhood 50 to 60 foot drop there. Definitely would be no fun. One last look out over Rocky Branch, over towards Double Arch and Oxear Ridge. And there's one last look at Jailhouse Rock. If I got any decent images, I'll go ahead and throw those up now. I'm gonna go ahead and start back out of here. Just gonna backtrack the way we came, back out to the gravel road. Unless I see something interesting between here and there, I'll probably see you back at the truck. Coming back up on the gravel road now. Didn't really kill myself coming back out of here, but didn't stop either. Just to see how fast it took. Going straight from Jailhouse Rock back out to the gravel road. Took just a touch over 20 minutes, so not a terrible hike. Probably one of the better overlooks in the gorge, really. Get the gravel road here, head on out to park. As the road's coming back into sight, looks like people's parked all around the loop. Looks like somebody's probably parked illegally across from the loop, so good chance we'll see Forest Service on the way back out of here. Well, that's going to wrap up today's adventure. Got to check out Star Gap Arch again. Got to see Jailhouse Rock, new place we hadn't been on video before. But hope you enjoyed today's adventure. If you did, be sure to hit that thumbs up. Helps out the channel. If you haven't already, consider subscribing. Hope to see you guys again soon. Thanks for watching.